Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for February 23rd, 2026. We got base and seaside today, and we've got salvager, sentry, and lookout trashing. We've got draw from caravan, wharf, and monkey. Plus actions is just village. Then gains, we got plus buy from wharf. Salvager isn't net gains, but it is plus buy. Outpost is essentially gains, among other things. Then bandit can gain golds. So I didn't mention tide pools. Tide pools isn't net draw, but it is like with outpost in the kingdom. There's a world where you could do something where you like play a bunch of tide pools, then you take an outpost turn where you clear the tide pools. You just discard your whole hand and then you clear the tide pools out. I don't think that's going to be relevant here. It's also not necessarily actually that good. Like it sounds good until what happens is that you trigger a shuffle and you discard all your tide pools, and then you don't have your tide pools through the rest of that shuffle. But in any case, because we got wharf here, I think we can just ignore that. But anyway, also, I mean, monkey is potentially a lot of draw on top of that. So, sentry is the most effective trasher here, but we can't open it. I think we're definitely going to want to play with bandit here. Like, that's just going to be by far the most efficient way to add payload. So, getting turbo thin is fine. So in that respect, like we could consider opening like Lookout Salvager or something. Though that's not going to be particularly good at hitting 5. We could also open Salvager Silver, aim to hit 5 as much as possible. We do want to be hitting 5 a lot. There is also Village that we're going to want a bunch of as well. But that's not really doing anything for us right now, obviously. Yeah, it's a tough call. Lookout definitely does both thin and cycle, and that is quite nice. I mean, I guess if we are not hitting 5, we can still pick up, like, Monkey Village Caravan stuff. That is better than getting a silver. I mean, we're reasonably likely to need at least one silver to get ourselves up to, like, the bandit stuff, admittedly, but... I guess... Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the lookout, but it's not... It's definitely not clear to me. Okay, well... If we see the lookout, we're going to trigger a shuffle. Unless we decide we want to salvage it, that's another option. Just hit 5 that way. There is a draw where we hit 5 next turn. We bottom deck the lookout and see Salvager Estate and 3 coppers. If we don't hit 5 anyway, and then maybe we have to add a silver regardless. So, like, we could just take a village here to get started on that. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, that's great. That's like almost the worst possible shuffle. Okay. Well, I suppose we ought to get a silver. Okay, we hit 5 here. So next turn, we do have another estate down there as well as the village. Realistically, if we trash this estate, we cannot hit 5. So then I guess the question is, do we care about hitting 4? Because if not, we could leave the estate for the salvager. That probably doesn't make too much sense, though. Ooh, we got another estate down there still. The salvager can try to find next shuffle. So I think it just doesn't matter. All right, what do we want our first 5 to be? I do kind of want a sentry, but maybe that is the play. That is the play. Start with the sentry. Yeah. Okay, on 4, we are going to need more villages. We haven't, like, right now we don't, but we could also just take a caravan. Does more for the deck in the short term. Yeah, I think I'll take the caravan. Okay, I think I'm down to just salvage the silver in order to hit 5. I'll go ahead and pick up the bandit, I think. And then we're in for draw. Draw. The bot is hitting 5 off of just, like, having off of just copper? Okay. What is even down there? A village, a salvager, bandit. We play the sentry first. All right, let's. I know we trashed. I think we only trashed 2 coppers. Like, I think there's 1 more copper down there. So I think if we leave the bandit on top, play the lookout, then we can trash a copper. I think. And these draws have not been cooperative. I don't, what else could it be but a copper? Yeah, okay. Come on. Oh my god. We got their silver. Alright, I think I'm going to just take another village in anticipation of starting to add wharves and outpost. Man, Alright. Now we have 3 coppers in those 7 cards. No, wait, we... Yeah, no, that's right. We had... Yeah, we've trashed 4 coppers. I still think I'm gonna... Sentry first. Okay. We should be guaranteed to see a copper here with the lookout. Yeah. Okay. We're not that far off from drawing. It could be correct to take an outpost already as opposed to a wharf. I think so. Buying gold. Interesting choice. So last turn, we trashed 2 copper. So we're down to just 2 copper, which means playing this lookout looks a little dicey. I'd like to salvage it. Would rather try to salvage the lookout. Well, I'd also like to see my caravan, so I guess I'm going to discard the bandit. Yep. Yep. Alright, wharf for sure. Could just be double wharf. It's a little bit awkward to be potentially putting 2 wars into play in the outpost turn, but it also makes it more likely that we get to put at least 1 into play, which is, you know, a good thing. Yeah, let's just get the 2 into play, and then we can super draw a deck and get more wars next turn. Oh! Need more villages. Okay. Yeah, we're down some money here. Nothing much to be done about it, though. Oh, well, yeah, we're gonna... we have... I mean, I guess we could go Village Caravan instead of Wharf. I should have not played the second Wharf. I just sort of autopiloted that. We don't really need the village now so much as we're going to need it like afterwards. So I guess let's get the wharf. Yeah, I don't know what the bot is thinking that it's not going to play with Bandit. Alright, I guess we're just not playing the Salvager, but that's fine. We're gonna eventually want to trash this copper, but whatever. Definitely need another village. We've got enough wharves to play next turn, so we don't need more wharf as much as maybe we want. Like right now, we go like 2 more villages and a caravan, and then we add more wharves or something. I don't know. Hmm. We could also honestly use another bandit and be salvaging golds. But that's probably not the thing to do until we add more villages. Yeah, let's just do it that way. The bot's deck is drawn, so we can't trash any of their treasures, although I don't know that they have. There's 6 golds gone, and we have 5. Okay, so they do have a gold, no silver. So we can have 15, 16, or 13, 19 coins. If the bot were to start playing with Bandit, I'd be less inclined to be trashing golds, because then I'd be worried about like losing my golds. But hasn't yet. 15 could just be Bandit double Wharf. That seems reasonable. Bot also only has the 1 monkey, so on the turn that it doesn't have the monkey in play, it's not going to get to draw all that stuff. It just buys a province. Bot says, I give up. Okay. We could also salvage the sentry. It's worth considering. Got another gold. I guess we actually technically don't have the actions to play that and this wharf. And the outpost, and we do want to play them, so wait on that. I'm going to take 1 more village so that we can address that problem. We could take 1 more village and another wharf. Be bad. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to threaten a 3 pile. If we had 6 buys this turn, adding a wharf, so that gets us to 7 buys. We had another wharf that gets us to 8 buys. So if we go village wharf again, and also buy an estate. Oh, and then there's like playing the salvager as well. We could probably go for a pile out on estates in the final wharf. And if we don't get there, then it's fine. We just buy some provinces or whatever. Why not? Guess, yeah, do we buy the estate now? I don't think the bot is threatening to do anything relevant, so sure, why not? All right. We should be there. And we can even buy a province. Yeah. Bot did not play with Outpost or Bandit, which both seem like important cards. The Outpost thing is like, I understand a little bit more because it didn't really get set up that well. Because I guess the other problem is that it didn't play with enough trashing. Like, just the Salvager. I guess it must have salvaged some coppers. Oh, no, wait, it must have played with a Sentry. And just salvaged it at some point? I don't know. I guess it just didn't find the coppers. I mean, I don't know exactly when it got the Sentry, but... Well, maybe it was also keeping the coppers because that was its only payload. Yeah, you just gotta play with Bandit here. That's just... the situation. It's, I think, you know, like, you would get to a point where, like, my deck, for example, if the bot started playing with Bandit, the bot would have a really hard time, like, putting a major dent in my payload, right? It wouldn't be able to trash the golds any faster than I was accumulating them. And, you know, I would have, like, I would retain a critical mass of it. But, you know, when you don't have it in the first place, I mean, I don't know how likely it was that I actually managed to find all of the bot's non-copper treasures. But yeah, it's just like so slow to ramp payload otherwise. Like, what else are you going to do? And yeah, I mean, if you're buying like a gold here or there, or a silver here or there, like I mean, if I'm playing Bandit often enough, especially with Outpost, I'm gonna find your some of your treasures at least. So yeah. Anyway, well, there you have it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.